This is a very quick video talking about the 3 key elements of coaching supervision. And for me, it sums up in a nutshell what coaching supervision is all about. And it's really useful for people considering having supervision and thinking about what would it be like, what would I get out of it, what is supervision really? So the 3 elements are normative, formative and restorative. In some quarters they get called qualitative, developmental and supportive. And I'll just talk you through what each of those are. So normative, first of all, is very much about helping the coach in supervision to think about getting some feedback on whether they are doing a good job as a coach. Are they working to a good standard? Are they being safe? Are they working to a standard that helps to protect the welfare of their clients? So the normative section is really do no harm to your client. So that's not about the supervisor being a policeman in any way, but allowing the coach to talk about specifically about their client and to make sure that they are working to a good standard and that they are keeping that standard up long after coaching school. The second part of the 3 elements of supervision is something called the formative section. And that's developmental because that is the area of supervision where a coach will be able to reflect and to make a greater sense of the coaching situations and dilemmas that they're in. But essentially this element is about increasing your capability as a coach. Yeah, it's opportunity to learn and to reflect. So that element of supervision is very much how am I improving as a coach as we go further along in the supervision. So that's formative. The third and final part of supervision, I see it, is probably the bit that gets forgotten the most, and that is the restorative part. That's somewhere for the coach to go to actually process some of the emotions, the feelings that you are absorbing from your clients. Somewhere to actually go and wash off the work from your day. It's that practical and emotional support that you sometimes need, and actually reassurance about your own feelings, a place where you can actually confess all, perhaps be a little bit vulnerable in that space in order to help you to avoid burning out. So if normative is very much about do no harm to your client and look after the welfare of your client, I would say restorative is looking after the welfare of the coach, okay? Do no harm to yourself as coach. And those 3 things, I think, in a nutshell, describe coaching supervision perfectly.